There's an aspect about option pricing that you may not have heard about or thought about before, and it can be important when you're comparing option trades between different stocks or indexes or even futures. And what it is the linear relationship between option prices and underlying prices. What do I mean by that? If you hold everything constant, let's say the stock price, volatility, days to expiration, cost to carry, that sort of thing. If I have, for example, a $10 stock and a $9 put versus a $100 stock and a 90 put, the 90 put, all other things being equal, is going to have 10 times the value or 10 times the price of that 9 put. Okay, let's actually see this in action. I'm going to use two products that are basically the same, but one is 10 times bigger than the other. The first is SPX, the S&P 500, and the other is the XSP, the 1/10th size version of the S&P 500. Let's take a look and see what we're looking at here. Let's use 0 DTE options. Why? It makes it very clear without worrying about days to expiration, carry costs, things like that. There's none of that going on. It just is a very clear example of this relationship. So if I look at these SPX options right now, SPX trading at the 74.46. If I click into, let's say I create a short put spread. I'll sell the 74.40 put and buy the 74.30 put. So that's the short 74.30, 74.40 put spread. And the price is about $2.20 credit. Okay, let's remember that. $2.15, $2.20. Now I go into XSP and I go into the same 0 DTE options. And I'm going to sell again the 744 put. Now remember, it's 1/10 the size. So instead of the 74.40s, I'm selling the 744 puts. And instead of buying the 74.30 puts in the SPX, I'm buying the 743 puts. Let's click into those. And what do you know? A 21-cent credit. Let's go back to SPX. And this is the way the trades are already loaded up, so it's easy to see. The SPX, that's trading at 205, 210. Which would be about 21 cents in that XSP trade. 21 cents. So the trades, the option prices in the SPX are 10 times bigger than the XSP. Why? Because the SPX index is 10 times bigger. It's a $7,400 product as opposed to a $740 product. Okay, so they're linearly related. SPX and XSP has the same volatility because it's the same thing. It's the same S&P 500 index. So the index on the same thing, the volatility is going to be the same. 0 days to expiration, that's the same. Cost to carry, they're cash settled European exercise, not really an issue. So all the prices are just 1/10 the size. Why does this matter? Why do I even bother talking about this? Other than just a little fun factoid about option pricing. It helps you decide what products you might want to trade, okay? And takes away some of the confusion about, well, why is this option priced this way in this product and another option has a value in another product that's completely different, right? So why would I do XSP versus SPX, first of all? Well, look at what the risk is in this trade. So if I sell the 744, 743 put spread, and I take in 25-cent credit, again, market's live and is moving around, and look at my max profit, $25. Max loss is $75. Okay. If I go into the SPX, it's the same, basically the same credit except 10 times bigger. I have a $420 max profit and a $580 max loss. So the reason I might choose XSP is I don't want to take that much risk. I don't want $580 worth of max risk. I'm more comfortable with $58. Okay? That's why you might choose one versus the other. As you look at the strikes a little bit more carefully, though, notice how I have 74.35 puts here, 74.25. I have 5 points in between the SPX options. I only have single points between the XSP options. Okay, so if you translate XSP to SPX, these are 10-point wide verticals. So you have a bit more flexibility in choosing your SPX strikes. I can go to those 5-point strikes. That would be like trading the 743, 774, 743 half put spread. If I did the 74.30, 74.35 put spread in SPX. So depending on what your risk level is, your comfort is, how much trading you want to been doing, and whether or not you can execute these trades. Again, XSP, the markets are very tight in here. You can get stuff done in here. So maybe a little bit easier to execute trades in XSP than it is SPX. A little more experience required in SPX. It's okay. That's how you learn, right? You enter an order, see if you get filled. But the point is, if you're going to take more risk, is it better to sell, let's say, 10 of these put spreads as opposed to one 743, 744 put spread in the SPX? The risk is the same, the max profit is the same. If I do one 10-point SPX put spread, it's like doing 10 of these XSP put spreads. That comes down to commissions and slippage. If you want to take more risk, it might be smarter to use the SPX options. It could save you some money for commissions and, especially like I said, any slippage. The risk is going to be the same. So if I do 10 contracts in XSP, it's going to be equivalent to one contract in SPX. If you're just starting out, though, especially with these index options, with volatility, things are moving around a lot, and you want to get your toes wet and see what it's like, XSP is a decent product to work with. If you're seeing, a lot of trading going on in SPX and think all the action's there, yeah, there's a lot of trading in SPX options, no question. But if you're not ready for that kind of risk, you can trade XSP, take less risk in exchange for a lower potential profit. That's the trade-off. But you're still in the game. Now, none of this is a trade recommendation. And whether you trade this way or not, that's entirely up to you. But if you do decide to trade these things, please use a smart strategy and do not take any more risk than you are comfortable with.